Hello everyone, I am Ritika Zuzkar, Assistant Professor IT Department. So in the course of machine learning, we discuss about Unit 6. Unit 6 is based on the artificial neural network. So where we discuss about what is mean by perceptron learning rules, and the what are the algorithms are used in the perceptron. Okay, so in this video we discuss about the error back propagation in a perceptron learning. Okay, how we remove the errors generated in the perceptron learning rules. Okay, and we also discuss what is mean by back propagation and error back propagation, the algorithm for this back propagation, and the performance measurements in the back propagations. Okay, so let us discuss here. So next point is error back propagation learning in a multi-layer. So the first we discuss in a previous lecture we discuss bias and how to add a bias in a binary classification problem with using uh, with the help of input and weights. So the important bias is an important part used in a error back propagation. So the primary function of biasing is to provide a trainable constant value for each node beyond the normal input received by the node. So the next point is a feed forward neural network. So here in a error back propagation, we are using the multi-layer feed forward neural network. Using the multi-layer multi-layer neural network and the feed forward neural network, we are find out the error back propagation, or we can discuss the error back propagation. So in a feed forward neural network, the first invention is also the most simple artificial neural networks. It contains the multiple neuron, that is nodes, arranged in a multiple layers, and adjacent layer node have the connections or edges. So all the connections are weighted. A feed-forward neural network is an artificial neural network where the nodes never form a cycle. So this kind of neural network has an input layer, hidden layer, and output layer. So here the simple neuron is look like this: x1, x2 up to the xn with some weight and summation function added one bias. The bias input value is 1. Applying some activation function on a net input produces the graph, and then final is the output. So, okay, so in a feed forward neural network, we are considering the three layers: input layer, hidden layer, and output layer, using the multi-layer. In a feed forward network, we are using the multi-layer perceptrons. Okay, or by using the multi-layer perceptron feed forward network, we are solving the problems of a back propagation, that is error back propagation. The second point is, so this is the feed forward network in a multi-layer perceptron. So the next is a multi-layer perceptron. What is a multi-layer perceptron? So the multi-layer perceptron, that is the MLP, includes at least one hidden layer. Single layer sensors can only learn linear functions. So while multilayer sensors can also learn non-linear functions. So this diagram shows the multilayer perceptron with input layer, hidden layer, and output layers. So here in a multilayer perceptron, the first is the input layer, has a three nodes. The offset node value is 1. The other two nodes take the external inputs from x1 and x2. As no calculations are formed at the input layer, so the output of the input node is 1, and three values x1, x2 are passed to the hidden layer. Then the next is a hidden layer. So in a hidden layer has also the three nodes. Offset node output is 1. The output of the other two nodes of the hidden layer depends on the output 1, x1, x2 and so on of the input layer and the weight attached to the connection boundaries. The output of other hidden nodes is calculated in the similar way by applying some activation functions. So these outputs are passed to the nodes in the output layer. And the next is the output layer. The output layer has two nodes that receives input from the hidden layer and perform the calculation similar to the hidden layer. So these calculate values y1 and y2 as the result of the calculations are the output of the multi-layer sensors. So consider the series of features capital X equal to x1, x2 and so on. These are the inputs and target that is capital Y. So the multi-sensors learns the relationship between the features and goes for classification or regression purpose. Okay. So this is the feed-forward neural network and multi-layer perceptron. The next part is a back propagation. What is a back propagation? So backpropagation is the essence of neural net training. It is the method of fine tuning the weights of a neural net based on the error rate obtained in the previous approach, that is the iteration. So proper tuning of the weights allows you to reduce the error rates and to make the model reliable by increasing its generalization. So, back propagation is a short form for the backward propagation of errors. It is a standard method of training in artificial neural networks. So this method helps to calculate the gradient of a loss functions with respect to all the weights in the network. So it simplifies the network structure by elements weighted links that have the least effect on the trained network. So you need to study a group of inputs and activation values to develop the relationship between the input and hidden unit layer. Okay. So in a back propagation, the, we need to group the input and activation values and develop the relationship between input and hidden layers. So it helps to access the impact that a given input variables has on a network output. The knowledge gained from this analysis should be represented in some rules. So the next point is a backpropagation is specially used for deep neural network working on a error-prone projects such as image or a speak recognition. And then the backpropagation takes advantages of the chain and power rules, allows backpropagation to function with any number of outputs. Okay. So the next point is the types of backpropagation network. There are two types of backpropagation networks are used. First is the static backpropagation and then next is a recurrent backpropagation. So it is a the first is a static backpropagation. So it is a one kind of backpropagation network which produces a mapping of a static input for a static output. So this is the static backpropagation. In that the mapping of a static input and static output. So it is useful to solve the static classification issues like optical character recognition. And then the next point is a recurrent backpropagation. So it is a feed forward until a fixed value achieved. Okay, after that the error is computed and propagated backward. So the recurrent back propagation is a non-static back propagation, in that we are using the feed forward network until a fixed value achieved. After that error is computed and propagated backward. So the main difference between both these types of back propagation is the mapping is rapid in a static back propagation, while it is a non-static in a recurrent back propagation. Okay, clear? Then the how back propagation works. So there is a simple algorithm for back propagation. So consider this diagram. Here the three layers present: input layer, hidden layer and output layer. Input layer, then the some weight value, and this is the hidden layer. Applying some activation function, generate some output value, net output value, and then the final output value. So the first, so this is the simple backpropagation algorithm. So in that the input X arrives through the pre-connected path. Then the input is modeled using the real weight W. The weights are usually randomly selected. Okay, the weights are randomly selected. If we are considering the input layer first node, that is x1, x2, x3, we are considering the x1. So in that the weights are usually randomly selected. Okay, so here the x1 select this weight or the another weight or this weight or the fourth weight. Okay, so the weights are randomly selected. Then the calculate the output of every neuron from the input layer. Calculate the output for every neuron from the input layer to the hidden layer to the this output layer, through the hidden layer and output layer. So calculate the error in the output. The if are considering the supervised learning, if the actual output and the desired outputs are both are not same, then the error signal is generated. Okay, so calculate the error in the output. The equation is the error equal to actual output minus desired output. If we are getting the difference between the actual output and the desired output, then the error signal is generated. So here the difference in the desired output. Okay, so if we are getting, so this is the output layer. So the the if the this circle, solid circle, is the actual output, and the next circle is a desired output. So if we are getting the difference between these two outputs, then the error signal is generated. Okay, difference in a desired value. Then travel back. If you are getting the error signal, then travel back from the output layer to the hidden layer. Okay, so here we are back propagate output layer to the hidden layer to adjust the weights such that error is decreased. Okay, so in the previous lecture we discussed, if you are getting the difference between some actual output and desired output, then the error signal is generated. So for solving the error signal, we are we are going to adjust the weights for such that the error is decreased. That is, the we are getting the actual output and desired output is similar. Okay, so here we are getting the actual output and desired output different. Then the back propagate output layer to the hidden layer up to the uh, up to the weights are decreased. Okay, we are decreased some weight value, or we are going to change some weight value. Then keep repeating the process until the desired output is achieved. ओके, कब तक कि हमें बैक प्रोपोगेट करना पड़ेगा या फिर वेट की वैल्यू चेंज करनी पड़ेगी, जब तक कि हमारे जो एक्चुअल आउटपुट और डिजायर्ड आउटपुट सिमिलर नहीं आते तब तक. ओके, सो दिस इज द बैक प्रोपगेशन working process. And the simple algorithm for a back propagation: same input x arrive through the pre-connected path. Then the input is modeled using a real weights w. The weights are usually randomly selected. Third point is to calculate the output for every neuron from the input layer to the hidden layer to the output layer. And the fourth point is to calculate the error in the output. So the how to calculate the error? So error b equal to actual output minus desired output. Okay, error B means error for a back propagation equal to actual output minus desired output. Then if we are getting the error signal, then travel back from the output layer to the hidden layer to adjust the weight such that the error is decreased. Okay, and then the keep repeating this process, okay, until the desired output is achieved. Clear? So next is the performance issues of EBP, okay, error back propagation. So the back propagation in neural network, the principle behind the back propagation algorithm is to reduce the error value in randomly allocated weights and biases such that it produces the correct output. Okay. सो बैक प्रोपोगेशन क्यों यूज करते हैं? जो भी हमारे एरर सिग्नल से उसको रिमूव करना है for the correct output, to produce the correct output. So the system is trained in the supervised learning method where the error between the system output and a known expected output is presented to the system and used to modify its internal state. So here we need to update the weights in the error back propagation. We need to update the weight such that we got the ग्लोबल लॉस मिनिमम. सो यहाँ पे देखो बैक प्रोपगेशन के अंदर हमें क्या है, वेट है हमारे पास, यहाँ पे स्क्वायर एरर है. सो टू रिमूव द एरर्स हमें क्या करना है, हमारे जो वेट्स है उसको एडजस्ट करना है. ओके, सो वी नीड टू अपडेट द वेट to remove the global loss minima. Okay, to get the global loss minima, not remove, to get the global loss minima. So हमें क्या करना है, वेट को यहाँ पे इंक्रीज वेट है. ओके, ये क्या है हमारा इंक्रीज वेट है और ये क्या है हमारा डिक्रीज वेट है. सो हमें क्या करना है, इस तरह से वेट को एडजस्ट करना है सो हमें ग्लोबल लॉस मिनिमम मिल जाए. ओके, सो दिस इज द परफॉर्मेंस इश्यूज ऑफ अ एरर बैक प्रोपोगेशन. सो जैसे मैंने बताया था, यहाँ पे अगर हमें एरर मिलता है डिजायर्ड एंड एक्चुअल आउटपुट सिमिलर नहीं है सो हम बैक प्रोपोगेट करेंगे. बट कब तक के वेट, किस तरह से हम वेट को एडजस्ट करेंगे, या फिर अगर वेट की वैल्यू 3 है तो 5 करनी है या 2 करनी है, वो कैसे पता चलेगा. तो हमें क्या करना है, इस तरह से वेट को एडजस्ट करना है. तो हमें क्या मिलेगा, ग्राफ में ग्लोबल लॉस मिनिमम मिल जाए. So when this gradient is negative, so in that case we need to increase the weight so that decrease our errors. Okay, so अगर gradient अगर negative में है so हमें क्या करना है, weight को increase करना है. and अगर weight को increase करेंगे तो error क्या हो जाएगा, अपने आप डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. ओके, बट अगर हमारा ग्रेडियंट पॉजिटिव है, ओके, व्हेन द ग्रेडियंट इज पॉजिटिव सो इन दैट केस वी नीड टू डिक्रीज आवर वेट and decrease the errors. क्लियर आया समझ में? अगर हमारा जो ग्रेडियंट है वो निगेटिव है सो वहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, वेट को इंक्रीज करेंगे सो ऑटोमेटिकली हमारा जो एरर है वो डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. बट अगर हमारा ग्रेडियंट पॉजिटिव है सो इन दैट केस वी नीड टू डिक्रीज ओवर वेट वैल्यू सो ऑटोमेटिकली जो एरर होगा वो भी डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दिस इज द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ एरर बैक प्रोपोगेशन. एडवांटेजेस ऑफ बैक प्रोपोगेशन, उसके एडवांटेजेस क्या है? बैक प्रोपोगेशन इज अ फास्ट, सिंपल एंड इजी टू प्रोग्राम. It has no parameter to tune apart from the number of input. It is flexible method as it does not require prior knowledge about the network. Then it is a standard method that generally works well. And the last is it does not need any special mention of the features of the function to be learned. Okay, so these are the advantages of this backpropagation. Disadvantage क्या है इसका? The actual performance of backpropagation on a specific problem is dependent on the input data. जो भी performance होगा backpropagation का वो किसके ऊपर depend होगा? Input data के ऊपर depend होगा. And backpropagation can be quite sensitive to the noise data. Okay, अगर हमारे पास noisy data present है तो यह backpropagation technique complicated होगी क्योंकि ये देखो अगर हमारे पास बहुत नॉइसी डेटा प्रेजेंट है सो बैक प्रोपगेशन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड होगा क्योंकि अब हमें पता कैसे चलेगा कि कौन से बिट को एडजस्ट करने के बाद हमें आउटपुट मिलेगा प्रॉपर. ओके, so in this artificial neural network we learn about the neuron. Artificial neuron is a mathematical function considered as a model of biological neuron, that is a neural network. We also discussed the perceptron. The perceptron is a neural network until that does not certain computation to detect the features or a business intelligence in the input data. So it is a function that maps the input which is multiplied by the learn weight coefficient and generate the output value, that is f. Again, we discussed the perceptron model or perceptron learning rule. It states that the algorithm would automatically learn the optimal weight coefficient. The next is a single layer perceptron. It can only linearly separable pattern. Okay, single layer perceptron क्या है? Linearly separable pattern. देखो यहाँ पे मैंने एक linearly separable और नॉट सेपरेबल बताया था. ये linearly separable है जहाँ पे हम न्यूरल नेटवर्क और न्यूरॉन्स फायर है या नहीं है वो इजीली क्लासिफाई कर रहे हैं पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव फॉर्म में, बट ये लीनियरली सेपरेबल नहीं है. ओके, next the multi-layer perceptron or feed-forward neural network with two or more layers have the greater processing power and it can process non-linear patterns as well. Okay, अगर multiple perceptron use करते हैं so non-linear patterns भी हमें शो करेगा. सिंगल लेयर परसेप्ट्रॉन क्या करता है? उसके अंदर एक ही आउटपुट मिलेगा, न्यूरॉन फायर और नॉट फायर. ओके, इजीली हम क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं बट मल्टीलेयर परसेप्ट्रॉन के अंदर नहीं कर सकते. सो परसेप्ट्रॉन कैन इम्प्लीमेंट लॉजिकल गेट्स लाइक एंड और एक्सऑर. ओके, so here up to this we discussed what is artificial neural, then the learning patterns, learning rules, perceptron model, perceptron learning rule, okay, multi-layer perceptron, and how to remove the errors in perceptron by using the error back propagation. Okay, thank you.